Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party Podcast. Adam joined with Ryan, aka Wolf.
What
And
up?
it's Monday, July 21st. We're training camp eve.
Football is back, like Greg
Football's back.
Rosenthal like to say.
Shout out to our
Football
dude,
is
Greg.
back.
The Saints, rookies, and veterans report to training camp tomorrow. A lot of players are already in New Orleans because UFC was over the weekend, so a lot of players are people already in New Orleans anyway. I'm enjoying nice little, I don't know,
Ooh.
some not great white wine. I wanted to make a mixed drink, didn't have time, so
Hey man, wine is good, man. You drink that double XL? It's like
no. But our dude, Maurice, shout out to
Charles
our dude
Reese,
Maurice, who's
a dog though.
coming to first SBP meetup for our Patriots game. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Please,
Maurice, I saw him post a picture of it this weekend. He was thinking Maurice was in his
Bree,
feels.
Bree love it, bro. Bree love
Is it white?
the yeah. It's white and they have like different flavors,
Ooh,
like mango and it's
ooh,
like a Moscato and stuff like that.
ooh.
I like it too, bro. Like man, I drink a little half a cup. It's like 16%. Like,
Oh, 16%?
I don't drink a little, like half a cup. I'd be like, ooh. It's like, ooh. get you a little warm in the inside, boy.
16%. I might be sipping on that during cup might switch it up, cup water,
Yeah.
XXL, switch it up. We'll
It's a
see.
cool little, you don't want to get like smashed. You just want, just get a little buzzy, you know what I'm saying? Feel a little
I
good.
will. This is completely up. Shout out to Pammy Whammy.
Damn it, when that?
Shout out to our girl Sabrina. I saw this on TikTok. I met up with Sabrina at the end of the Chargers game last season. She lives in the San Diego area. She had posted to her TikTok that I think she had like 3 cut waters, and she posted the aftermath. They got to her, Wolf.
Three is a good number there. 3. Cause that's after the second one, you'd be like, okay, I'm feeling good.
Bro, that second one have you feeling good, bro. You go for 3. It's no. I don't think I've ever done. Have I done 3? I don't think I've ever done 3. I don't think I've done 3. I know better. I know myself. But all that to say, training camp football is all on the horizon. We have a big story to talk about. We brought it up last week in regards to Tyler Shough in terms of like it was just something that was on our radar. That gets resolved, and we'll talk about it because I do want to talk about it on a whole, right? Because it's important. Because like the interesting thing about Tyler Shough contract signing is that it's not even interesting to me about him getting the deal. It's about the waterfall of what it means going forward for everybody else that the Saints draft in the second round. Because that's really what the waterfall is. But I just want to talk about. Can we just talk about why is it if we make a hashtag, it just becomes a deal?
Or it's like a controversy or something.
Why, bruh? Why?
Cause it's like we would just be tweeting, bro. We just be
Bruh,
having fun.
I the Saints were dog shit last season, in the barrel of dog shit, and I just make a tweet. It was just off the cuff in November.
Natural.
And here's the funny thing. The funny thing about the tweet was it was about getting the Saints back to prominency. It was about them being a good team again. Was it not?
Yeah.
And it had no ill intention. Boom. Hashtag arch my back. That's it, bruh.
Arch.
Just Just arch it,
Toot
bro.
it
Just
up.
arch it. Full downward dog. If you're into yoga poses, there might be some people who understand that. Okay.
Ooh.
And it just became like, so I didn't think anything of it. And then as whatever came on, and then Saints offseason comes and goes, we've naturally observed, the team might not be good this upcoming season. Like, we hope they are, because we're literally like a business. It's not, we do this for fun, and we put a lot of time and money into it. But like, we see the numbers when the Saints do well, and it's more profitable when the Saints do well. So we're not hoping that the Saints do poorly. We're not hoping and praying that they do poorly. It's just potentially a likely outcome that they may not have a good season. Like, am I breaking any news by saying this?
They won 5 games last year.
But
They won 5 games.
But the injuries, Wolf. It's the injuries, though.
Look at the roster.
But the injuries, though, right? That's the bit. But
it's like, come on now, stop it.
So, we gets tossed around a little bit. It gets tweeted around a little bit more this offseason. You put it on Blue Sky, and Mina Kimes picks it up. She came on our podcast.
Shout out to Mina.
She saw it on Blue Sky when you put it out there. She was like, "Well, that's it's an interesting hashtag." She mentions it on a podcast she did with Bomani Jones. I actually think I have the clip pulled up.
They keep posting every time I have the Saints in the bottom, and they have a hashtag for this season, hashtag Arch My Back.
It's the Arch, bro.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Arch to come home.
Tanking for Arch.
We don't even know if Arch is any good.
I know.
Any good, but if you.
Well, here's what we do know: the Saints are bad.
That little last line, hilarious.
And the funny thing is, like, most of the people who had an issue with it, like, I didn't see any of the tweets. Like, I didn't see any of them, bro.
You me.
But if that offends you, one, it tells me that you have not been listening to this podcast. You haven't been listening to the podcasts we've been doing this offseason, because we have been mostly pretty positive about Kellen Moore. We called him out on his bullshit when, he didn't really take a stand with the whole Derek Carr situation. Like, he didn't want Derek Carr. I stand by Rama reporting. Like, I'm not backing down from that. And he got saved with that. He got saved with that. Cool. That worked out perfectly. For the most part, we've been positive about Kellen Moore. Tyler Shough, both you and I, before, we were just like, oh, we didn't see it. He got drafted. We looked a little more. We understand why Kellen Moore and the team would, like, we understood why it makes sense as to why they drafted him at 40. Is it going to work out? Who knows? But does it mean that we're praying for Tyler Shough's downfall? No. So, like, all this, like, theoretical, like, do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. Please. Shut the fuck up. Or if you, like, we have a 5-year podcast medium. How about you like, subscribe, and go watch an actual podcast episode, many that we've done for weeks on end, where you can actually find your opinion and not just go by a social media clip or a tweet. Because trust me, they're out there.
Also, just lighten up.
Please.
Lighten up. Jeez.
Please.
You know what's going on in this world? We talking about football.
If that upsets you, like, oh my God, hashtag Arch My Back. They don't care about the Saints.
They're predicting the Saints won't win more than 3 games.
How about you actually go listen to the episode where we actually went through the schedule? I had 5. Wolf had 6. So
what did 6?
Yeah, nigga, it was 6. Yes,
I was tripping. I was high, boy.
6, nigga. So it's just this. It's just fucking football, and it's like it's literally just a fucking hashtag. It's a hashtag for fun. If they do well, then obviously they're not gonna be in a position to draft a quarterback, which means that they played well.
Right.
That means
And
Kellen
also,
Moore
like, don't overanalyze. Like, well, I don't know if Arch is going to come out. We don't know, bro. We just tweeting, bro. Like, we just having fun, man. Like, it's like
that's it.
That's it, bro. Like, just relax, man. Relax.
Nigga, I tweeted hashtag Arch my back November 2024 when Arch was nowhere near gonna declare. Do you think I put a lot of like brain power into it? Like, ooh, I gotta no, nigga, we just out here tweeting, having fun, nigga. Like,
tweeting, bro.
Can we get like? Isn't that what the app was supposed to be about? Like, that's what Twitter was at some point. Like, just out here just tweeting, bro. And that's what I still use it for. Just tweeting nonsense, bro. And I was telling Jay about it earlier today, and she took a pause and she was like, "Why would you tweet that?" And that's like a recurring theme with her asking me all the time. And I was like, "Do you know me?" And she's like, yeah. Who cares?
Just be tweeting, bro. Just letting my thoughts leak. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just whatever, man. You know?
That's it.
Like, if any of y'all, like, if y'all get in our Discord, bro, like, that's all it is, bro. We just be up in there just clowning, bro. Clowning, having fun, laughing about hypotheticals.
Yeah. That's it. We had a whole ass fucking discussion today about fucking being big and being like on an airplane, bro.
Being big back on the airplane, bro.
Shout out to Daniel Jeremiah with a weird ass tweet, bro. That's a weird tweet, bro. He was hot that someone brought a breakfast burrito on a 4-hour flight. I'm like, let that man eat.
That was like his giving up kisses thing, bro.
A breakfast burrito and salsa on a 4-hour flight? DJ, let that man or person eat, bro. It's a long flight.
I'm like, damn, I guess I just don't fly enough because I don't give a shit. Me.
Anyway, bro.
Fried chicken on that thing, everything.
This nigga was eating the grits on that bitch.
Yeah, wrapped up in a little towel.
Remind me of the Dave Chappelle skit. Look at him. He loves it. Just like it said in the encyclopedia.
Just looking like a stereotype. Just look at this.
Anyhow, let's see. Shout out to our dude Kevin. # blame SPP. Jack said, "Y'all don't drink the Kool-Aid," and I dig it. It's not even. I mean, I don't even know. It's not even about the Kool-Aid, man. It's just about. I want to give shout out to Ross Tucker. I want to give him a lot of props and credit.
Yeah, man. He described our podcast perfectly, and I was real appreciative of that.
Perfectly. And so if you haven't listened to that episode, please go back and do. We call it like it is, and we're just realists, man. Like, we've been fans of the Saints for so long. Like, yes, do we have actual sources? We absolutely do. I don't know, Dante. Some type of white wine that's not very good, but I wanted to drink something alcoholic on this pot. We've been Saints fans for so long that things can't get past us, but also like something in I don't know if it's still in your bio, but something that used to be in your bio is like no extreme homerism, right?
Yeah. Please
Like,
keep extreme homerism out of my mentions.
Please.
Okay, never could. I always hated that. Like just like this delusional homerism. Like I love being a fan. I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan. I suffer from homerism sometimes, especially back in the day when I was, emotionally attached
In it.
But even then, I still, just tried to insert a little logic and check my bias a little bit, and like, just try that for just a couple times. Just check your bias just a little bit. Like maybe I need to look at the other 31 teams before I say my team's going to be 12-5 or 12-6 or whatever it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the roster. The Saints are going into the season with quarterbacks who have not won a game in the NFL. Rattler has not won a game in the NFL. Tyler Shough has never played in the NFL. And that's your starting quarterbacks, one of them. So, of course, they are like the 31st or 32nd team in the NFL. Like, of course. And maybe they will outdo expectations. Maybe they'll go out there and win 6, 7, 8 games. Who knows? That's the fun of the NFL because we get surprised every year with something that does. But it's a surprise for a reason. There's a reason it's a surprise because we going in thinking one thing and then something different happens. So right now, it's hard to predict. It's impossible to predict that the Saints are going to be successful looking at their roster relative to the rest of the league.
Simple as that.
Just look at the roster and the coaching and everything else. It's just a lot of unknowns, ifs, maybes, buts, da-da-da-da-da. That's all it is. It's not about who's trying to be right or wrong. I see people say, yo, boy, the Saints going to win. Y'all going to be... I'm going to be what? I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be enjoying myself. I'm going to be enjoying the community we built and stuff like that.
What, like...
Now, I'm not... I saw that comment. I don't know if that was directed at us. Oh, but it's just stuff I see out there. You know what I'm saying? Just like, come on, man. Just stop it.
Anyway, if you think that we love being that right so much that when the Saints lose, like go back and listen to the episode we did after the Cowboys.
No, yeah, bro.
Had no voice. No voice.
Had no voice. We on a national podcast with Greg Rosenthal talking about the Saints going to the Super Bowl 2020, 2024.
I literally said the Saints had like a top 5 offensive line in football. Looked like a fucking idiot in retrospect. But through those first 2 weeks, I was right.
2 weeks though, boy. First 2 weeks.
So please miss us. Please miss us. Dante's house about to sell my home for Super Bowl tickets in week 2. I remember.
Greatest show on turf.
Oh man, feels fucking forever ago.
That's why I said the NFL is the reason it's so successful. Is one of the greatest reality TV shows in existence because no one knows. You don't know what's going to happen in the season. You don't know what's going to happen week to week.
Pammy said I would have given up some cat to get to the Super Bowl. I remember.
Baby whammy. Wham, wham, wham.
We remember, Pam. Don't even know how to make a segue out of that, but we can try. Ain't had a highlight like that Cowboys win. I'm feeling like Tyrone Biggums. Listen, imagine that high. Like I was there. I was at the game. Like leaving that state. Oh my God, bro. Couldn't tell me shit, bro.
Beating the Cowgirls? Shit.
In Dallas? The way it went like a fluke win too, bro. Like the way we beat them, bro. Like we pulled that shit all the way to the side and just like
Derek Carr doing the Michael Jackson. DA talking about pop out, show 'em. Oh, what a moment in time, bro.
What a time, bro.
Clip that in time, bro.
What a time capsule. Then them niggas lost 7. Niggas lost 7 straight games.
DA gone, Carr retired.
Cam Jordan almost walked home after that Panthers game, bro. Oh, NFL's wild, bro.
Love the NFL.
Uh, anyhow, let's. I want before we get to the Shough thing, I wanted to talk about a signing that I think is super super underrated. They said all that happened in less than 12 months. Bro, crazy, bro. Which is even wild if you think about all the shit that's happened in this country in less than fucking 12 months too.
Your audio out? Or is that me?
Might be you. Should be good. You got me?
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
That was weird. Anyway, sorry about that. Live podcasting. Let's talk about the Saints adding free agent Jonathan Bullard, defensive lineman. They signed him, I want to say, this past weekend. I believe it was Saturday. But that brought him in earlier in the offseason for a visit. I don't know if it was like a workout, a tryout, but I think it was just more of a visit. Signing was made official this past weekend. I think that this signing is super, super, super underrated. He is someone, he's listed as a defensive end, but if you like watch a lot of like him when he played for the Vikings, he made like majority of the damage he makes is on the interior. He has a lot of flexibility of playing DE, but mostly it comes from the interior in terms of like the defensive tackle positions. And this has been a trend for this team. He has experience working with Brandon Staley, and the message I've seen for this team is done is this run defense, hashtag on paper, is going to be improved this season. They went out, they traded for Gottschalk from the Patriots, who True knows he is notoriously known as being a good run defender, run stuffer in his career. They went out in the draft, third round, they drafted Vernon Brighton, and then they just signed Bullard, who is known as being a great run defender in his career. The run defense should, in theory, be better. I also think potentially with the signing, we'll see how it plays out. Like it's a later signing. I don't know, like Bink, Nathan Shepard. I don't know, bro.
Let me just name these D linemen, bro.
Go ahead.
Cam Jordan, Jonathan Bullard, Jonah Williams, Devon Gottschalk, Kellen Saunders, John Ridgway, Christian Boyd, Brian Brzee, Vernon Broughton, Nathan Shepard, Omari Thomas, and then you got the linebackers like Chase Young and Big Creep. Man, that's a lot. That's a lot of dudes, bro. Like that is a lot of dudes, especially in the interior. Excuse me.
Did you say Christian Boyd?
Yeah, Christian Boyd. I'm naming too. Like that's a lot of guys. Thank you, bro. Nathan Shepard. I think they looked at this like D line and said, "We got to rebuild this thing. We got to
100%
completely retool this thing."
Yeah, absolutely. And I watched. I mean, I watched a little video on Bullard this weekend after he was
sick,
bro.
Boy.
Listen, I saw him make more plays. Like what he does well, it's impressive. And he does, like, he's not going to be someone that gets a lot of publicity, but he brings something to like the interior. Like no matter how many snaps he gets, I think it's going to be impactful, which I hate to say it, with players like Shepard and Saunders, like it hasn't been there. Like it hasn't been there.
Tired of looking at a D-line that look like Swiss cheese with these gaping holes all over the place. What Brandon Staley wants to do, call it a 3-4. It's going to be like 5-2. It's going to look like a 5-2 at times where you see 5 down linemen, and you're going to have what he wants to do is just to clog up that front and do some, just do some little trickery with the pressures. Not so much a blitzing, but design pressures, things like that. And Chase Young, I saw him recently. I don't remember where he was getting interviewed, but he talked about how he played mostly 4-eye last year on the defense, and now he's going to be more at the 9, 9 technique.
Yep.
So, he said that's what he mostly did his rookie season. Now, look, that could be all just typical off-season trope. I'm going back to what I used to do when I was most successful. We'll see. But, I think that is like what they want to get back to doing. They want to get back to clogging that middle up and designing pressures and bringing pressures from different areas, whether that's Chase Young, Granderson, DeMario, guys like that coming in and, giving some kind of pass rush, because that's all he really got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally the only options.
Yeah. Chris said with the D-line improvements, the eyes are on Pete Warner now. I guess Pete gonna Pete, bro.
Pete gonna Pete, bro. That's the new Pete.
Pete gonna Pete 2025.
Pete gonna make his little tackles, I just need him to make sure he's hitting them right gaps and all that, bro, because I just felt like he was,
bruh,
I don't know, like going this way and the run was going this way. I just
his instincts were like terrible. Have been bad for like the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Run defense gotta be better, bro. Like
gotta be, bro. I mean, from the front to back, they rebuilt everything. Linebackers still mostly the same, but I mean, league-wide, the linebackers were fine. You know what I'm saying? DeMario Davis, old but still a dog. But even at safety, like Reed, bro, like that dude can fill in a hole, bro. Like that dude will come in, blazing and fill a hole. And what's great about him is he'll play deep. He'll play too deep or whatever, show that shell, and then like when the ball is snapped, boom.
Yep.
And you going from a light box to where, okay, it's a light box, we're going to run the ball, and he's able to fill that gap, so now it's an 8-man box after the snap. Like, that's a weapon, you know what I'm saying? So his addition is like going to be key. Then you got guys like Sanker, so it should be better, bro. I'm not saying it's going to be the 2000 Ravens where you can't run the ball on them, no, but just better than last year, bro. Like, it was horrible last year. And it was worse. It was bad the year before. It just got worse and worse. Like, year after year, it went from, like, remember the little trope, like, every game, like, Saints haven't had a 100-yard rusher, and it's been 30 games since the Saints have given up 100 yards.
Oh, my God.
And that was, like, it was annoying, but the Saints did have a pretty good run defense over that time. But then, like, when DA took over, bro, I don't know, it just got worse. Year after year, and last year the dam just broke. It was terrible.
Was the first game was it Jalen Hurts' first start that it broke? Am I tripping? I want to say.
I think so. It was that Eagles game, and yeah, I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. It's always like the Saints always gotta like give some coronation or something to. Like every quarterback do like, man, I remember I got my first win against the Saints.
RG3, RG Kuhn, Jalen Hurts, Bryce. We revitalized Bryce Young's career.
Revitalized his whole career.
Hashtag thank you, Bryce. Just a whole bunch, bro.
Just go down the list. I remember it wasn't Daniel Jones' first win, but I remember him coming to the Dome. Just
it wasn't. Who was it? It was the Lions receiver who had been like a colossal bust.
Galladay.
Get it?
They do nothing. Straight thieving, bro.
And that was the game that he wants to give Marshawn Lattimore work, bro. That was all right. So that was like the last time I've ever like talked shit to a fan base before a game. Like I was like talking greasy before that game, bruh. Cause I never really do it. Cause like I've been like I was like now I was feeling myself before. Never again. Never again. And then when that was like the Saquon had a long touchdown in that game. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, because I went to overtime. Yeah, that game went to overtime.
Did it?
Yeah, I have a sick memory. That game went to overtime, and then I think the Giants got it and they kicked the field goal to win in over some shit like that. I don't know. But yes, that game for sure went to overtime. Oh yeah, John Ross highlight game sure fucking was. Yes. Oh my God. Let's talk about Tyler Shough and his contract.
QB1, baby.
4 years, fully guaranteed. I got a text message on Saturday morning, essentially saying that he was going to be signed before training camp, and that the contract was either going to be fully guaranteed or very, very close to fully guaranteed. And the news came out, I think the next day, I think Sunday, that signed, fully guaranteed. And I saw like a lot of back and forth about this on Twitter, because I don't even know what the numbers are. It's like what, 4 years, like 11 million, maybe what it boils down to, fully guaranteed. There's a part of me, like there is probably like 90% of me that this doesn't care, because like the NFL is ran by billionaires, and I'm typically always going to side with the player, because like it's a different situation, but you're seeing you're seeing it quite a bit with like what's happening with the Cowboys and Jerry Jones and like Micah Parsons, and like the comments like they made today against like their players. It's just like, what? Like I can't stand Micah Parsons, but like, what? But there was a segment of the fan base that was just like super opposed to Tyler Shough getting this guaranteed contract, which is a little confusing to me. Like it was like I didn't understand it. I will give the other side of it. I understand why some teams were hesitant to do the fully guaranteed contracts, because one, there is going to be something that's going to happen in terms of changing how teams restructure contracts, in terms of like navigating the cap. Like that's coming from the commissioner at some point. And the big thing with guaranteed contracts is that if this fully guaranteed, and if you don't make the right draft selection, perfect example, let's talk about Isaiah Foskey, who's like a perfect example for the situation, right? If his contract essentially was fully guaranteed, it makes it almost very difficult to like cut that player and like move on. Even though the Saints don't really do that anyway because of sunken fallacy costs, but like whatever. But like if they did do that thing, once the contract is fully guaranteed, it makes it very difficult to move on and cut from that player because that contract is fully guaranteed. But the Saints gave Tyler Shough a fully guaranteed contract, 4 years. Once that Luther Burton at 39, he got a fully guaranteed contract.
Wrap it up.
That's all she wrote. But what's interesting to me is that essentially what this has set the standard for the Saints, and this is why a lot of teams were pushing back against it, is that essentially now every second round pick that the Saints draft are going to be like, fully guarantee me.
Yeah, especially if they're picking 40 and above, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Also, but that's just how it works. Like the line will move further down like every year. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the NFL teams and owners are trying to push against. Because every time you set a precedent, I mean, next year there's a new precedent, and then the year after that there's a new precedent, and it just keeps rolling over. So that's what they're finding. And then I understand, like from a business sense, I understand their perspective.
Yes.
And on the flip side, players have to fight for their business. Rookies have almost no leverage whatsoever.
None.
So they're utilizing the very little leverage that they have to get some guaranteed money. Yes. Maybe they don't work out. And owners don't want to have to pay you. But on the flip side, if I'm a player, like, look, at least I'm guaranteed this. Like, I'm not guaranteed a career. I can get hurt. I can get injured. Maybe for whatever reason, coaches get fired every year, and I just never get a chance to really shine and, make a career for myself. At least I'm guaranteeing this $11 million. You know what I'm saying? Which in the grand scheme of like NFL money is nothing. Like $11 million is
nothing.
They blow that on situational pass rushers and third, fourth string cornerbacks all the time. Like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like over 4 years, come on, it's nothing. But at the same time, when the player sucks, like I'm mad. We paying Isaiah Foskey $1.5 million. He guaranteed 1.5. I'm like, how Foskey getting 1.5?
1.5, nigga. 1.5.
I would give him $1.50. Shit, 1.5 million.
And I guess, like, to me, and it sounds like, and maybe it's like, I guess the solution isn't that simple, but like to me, it's just like draft better. Like I guess like is it like that? And that's me saying that's not just a Saints thing. That's just across the board thing. Like if you draft, because I'm sure if you're a team and if you draft a player in the second round or in the third round, whatever round, if that player is a hit, you don't give two shits that you guarantee that contract if that player is a hit, right? If that player is green, you don't give two shits. But if you miss, then that's where it becomes an issue. So then it's like, then just fucking draft.
And that's the thing, because it's like, if that player hits, if you get a Pro Bowl running back in the second round, you know what I'm saying, or in the fourth round or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you're completely fine with exploiting that.
Fine,
you know fine. I'm gonna run him into the ground for that little measly contract you get. You know what I'm saying? Completely fine with that. Oh, but when the player wants to just get a little security, then it's like whoa,
Call Me Eris said, wouldn't be a problem if they knew how to develop and draft, but pay these young boys. Simple as that. Like it's really, and when we talked about it last week, I don't know if this had anything to do with it. I really don't. But something like, I think on a psychological thing that was on my mind is like, Tyler Shough's been injured a lot. Like he legitimately was injured a lot in college. So like I know you was like, I think like the Florio thing said like it was boiling down to like what, like $150,000 or like 200, whatever it was, whatever the number was. Which seems like quote unquote like peanuts in the grand scheme of things, but like when you've had his injury unluck that he has had, like that is a substantial amount of money.
Yeah.
To get guaranteed or to not get guaranteed. And for an NFL team, like that's literally nothing. For an owner, that is literally nothing. It's like $1. So I wonder if how much that may have played a factor into it, like a legit factor into it of like his history, like where he's been, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, like he got his fully guaranteed deal. I saw Underhill report of how like the contract structure is done a little differently. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is, now that he has a fully guaranteed contract and all that, do you think that it plays a factor into how the quarterback competition is perceived to going to go in training camp?
I don't know if the contract necessarily plays into it. I just think I think when they drafted him, it was kind of like that decision was made. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, obviously, the guaranteed money just kind of adds more weight to this side of the pendulum or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that decision was kind of done. Like they saw what Rattler did last year. They looked at the tape and just said, let's go get another quarterback.
Yep.
Now, what that means going forward, that doesn't mean that has no bearing on what week one will be. But we know Shough is the guy. You know what I'm saying? That's Kellen Moore's guy. That's Mickey Loomis's guy. I think everybody on the staff wants him, or at least most people on the staff wants him to be the guy. Wants him to be the guy. And it's up to him and it's up to Rattler to make, for that to work out. But I think, the unwritten, it's all written down in pencil right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we just got to see how it plays out. It's going to be fascinating, bro. I was just thinking all the day. I was trying to compare the Saints quarterback situation to somebody, and I just can't think of anything. I was looking at, like, the 49ers. They drafted, Trey Lance in 2021, third overall. Next year, they drafted Brock Purdy, last pick of the draft. I think Trey Lance started 2 games that year. Then he got benched for Garoppolo. And Garoppolo went through his little thing, and then they put Purdy in there, and Purdy just took it and ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But, that's a situation. You can't compare that situation to the Saints because Rattler was a 5th-round pick last year. Now Tyler Shough comes in a 2nd-round pick.
By last year's coaching staff, too.
By last year's coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? And, yes, Rattler is not like your typical late-round quarterback. He's a guy with pedigree, showed a lot, and he has talent. Like, he has more talent than your typical late-round quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He's not like just some tic-tac arm guy, that can't body or whatever. He has legitimate talent. It's just such a different situation. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Shough, who is this statuesque looking quarterback. Just looks like a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Tall, white, big arm. He can move a little bit. But he's 26, been injured, not experienced, which I just still think is very underreported.
Bruh,
it's very underreported.
It's so underreported.
He's not an experienced quarterback. He does not play a lot of football. He might be smart. He might have studied a lot of football. He sat with coaches and watched the tape and probably knows a ton. I know he knows a ton. I watched so many interviews of him. Obviously an intelligent kid. Knows a ton about football.
Experience in life.
Mature. He got a wife. But as far as football experience, he's not experienced. That is a fact. He is not an experienced football player. How much does that play into, this competition is going to be interesting, bro. Because I know who is experienced. Spencer Rattler been playing a long damn time.
Right.
He played a lot of football, bro. So how's that going to play into it? It's just fascinating. It's just I can't wait.
It's crazy.
It's 3 Sundays from now, there'll be Saints football. Not next Sunday, not the Sunday after, but the Sunday after that.
I'll be there, bro.
You're going to be there, and I think that's going to be the answer, bro. That's when we going to know.
And
that's when we going to know.
And a good thing, and obviously I'm not expecting, crazy, but I like that it's going to be against a Jesse Minter defense. I don't expect craziness, but it's going to be a Chargers defense. The Chargers defense is going to be tough. They'll fly around. And even if Jesse Minter doesn't bring a lot of confusing looks or anything like that, it's going to be ramped up. Mm-hmm. And I was there and, one of Rattler's start, a lot of us were. We were 20+ deep when the Saints played the Chargers in LA last season. Was a terrible, awful game for him. And it's going to be very interesting to see how it goes for both of them, not just for Rattler, for both of them. It's going to be interesting to see how Kellen Moore deals with how those snaps get debied. honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a head coaching decision.
It is. Like, that means a lot because, those first couple series, you're obviously going to have more starters or more
Yep.
potential starters in those first couple series where you go in the second half, that's Foskett season right there. That's Foskett time right there, boy. Second half of the preseason. Let's go, baby. Hannah, where you at? Out here.
Trying to think. Someone had said like, now with the Shough deal being done, like they were annoyed that like it didn't get done 2 weeks earlier. Like, do you know how negotiations work? Like, I can't stand Andrew Brandt, and he's been blocked for years. But like one thing that he 100% was right on is like negotiate. Like deadlines 100% spur action. Like
100%. That's life.
Life, bruh.
Yep.
Life. Training camp's about to start. Them second round picks ain't training camp. Best believe.
Falling like dominoes, bro.
Best believe.
Shit. Chargers was holding out on
Trey Harris.
Trey Harris. Then Mike Williams up and retired. They say, shit, man, let's get this done, man.
Let's get Trey in. Get Trey in. Not Saints related, but just because my football juice is getting a little flowing because I'm taking a little football sabbatical. We pod, but need to take a little football break. But that Shamar Stewart situation is still absolutely fucking fascinating to me, bro.
Crazy, bro. I got to see how that play out, man.
He is not going to back down. Like he's not backing down one iota.
I love it. I love that he ain't backing down, and he dealing with a owner, Mike Brown, who don't back down either. Like he doesn't. He does not. He is straight out the 1840s plantation.
But saying I
spent good money on this nigga.
Bro, I know Mike Brown has said porch monkey many times in his life before. I just know it, bro. I know it. I would just be fascinated that if he did sit out the season, if he were to like re-enter the 2026 draft, if he would still be a first round pick. That would be a fascinating thought exercise to me.
Yeah, bro, that'd be fascinating. I don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't think
think so.
Interesting.
I don't think so. I don't know. It's just something weird about after you get drafted. I don't know, like your value goes down. Like I was thinking about this earlier. Like it's crazy. We spent months talking about Shedeur Sanders as like a top 10 pick.
Bruh. Months.
And now it's like he's just a guy on the Browns roster.
Yep.
And it's like maybe we'll see him this year, maybe not. It's like it's just weird that just how that shit just happens. Like the tape didn't change. His college tape is the same as it was earlier this year. So it's like, but just the fact that he got drafted later, for whatever reason, it's like, well, he's a 5th round quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Or wherever he got drafted at.
Yeah, I think it was 5th. Yeah. Drew said the Bengals are uber talented, but not really tough. Are they uber talented though? I think the Bengals to me are like the Bengals are a very top heavy team.
Top heavy. That's that.
They have Burrow, they have Chase, they have T. Higgins, and that's about it.
That's it, man. Especially on defense. It's Trey and a couple other guys, and
that's about it.
About it.
Like they have
that offense.
They have 4 top tier players, and then a whole a bunch of other okay players, I would say, or decent players, and this would never happen. This would never happen because it's the Bengals. Brown would never would have done this, but a crazy thing this offseason would have been to fire Zach Taylor and the Bengals would have went after Cliff Kingsbury or something like that to really pair Joe Burrow with an actual innovative offense. Greg Rosenthal has been on this for a long time, but so I want to give him some credit and love too. But it's actually give Joe Burrow an actual OC, an actual creative, innovative OC.
Right.
Bro,
I said, like, Joe Burrow is going to be one of those, hopefully not, but he'll be one of those, like, man, I wonder what it could have been if he had this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And there's a part of me, just as a Saints fan, that's just annoyed with the ideal about it, just because of just what we deal with it being like a Saints podcast and it's like the LSU, blah blah. But like, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a Carson Palmer type of split that Joe Burrow does from the Bengals. Like, I just see it, bro. I just see it ending. Like, the C's are already there. Like, honestly, the C's are 100% already there.
And just the way he moves, he moves kind of like, man, I'm just he kind of a do what I want type of dude, like a dude, you know what I'm saying? I completely just see him like, man, I'm done. I'm out of here. Like, either trade me or I'm not playing no more. That'd just be crazy if that happened, though, because that'd be like two
bro.
Like franchise quarterbacks doing that for the same organization.
And
just
then
saying, I quit.
And then you already know, bro. Like, we would be inundated with what should the Saints trade to land Joe Burrow? Like, you already know what it would be, bro.
I mean, we saw with Mr. 22 sexual assault. Boy.
Anything, so obviously we're not going to have any training, like they report training camp tomorrow, so there's not going to be any training camp news, but that first practice is going to be on Wednesday. Anything you interested to see, want to see? We'll probably maybe record a recap of day one of training camp on Wednesday, but anything you like maybe interested to see or want to see on Wednesday from training camp?
See, because like the quarterback stuff, honestly, I'm not trying to take too much from it until I see the preseason games.
Bro, it's gonna be so much too.
It's gonna be so much, bro. So I'm just, I'm gonna retweet the clips. I'm gonna enjoy the clips, but I'm not gonna take too much from it. I'm ready to start seeing like the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they did all these 7-on-7s and 7-on-11s and stuff in OTAs and minicamp. Like, I'm ready to get this. Like Ross Tucker talked about. Like, if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen. It's only like 30 minutes. Ross Tucker was awesome, but he talked about like with what the Saints have invested in this offensive line. Like, it shouldn't be an average offensive line. It should be a good offensive line,
bruh.
It should be the star unit of the team,
bruh.
And I agree.
It's been on my radar, bruh. It's been on, like, it's been something we've screamed on this podcast over and over again.
I agree, man. I agree. It should be a star unit, bro. So I want to see that. I want to see the defensive line. I want to see what the trenches looking like, man. Wide receiver, bro. Like, who shakes out after the top three? Like, who shakes out? I have no idea. No idea. Like, show me. Is it Mason Tipton season again? Is it?
Oh my God, nigga! Please, no.
Tipton catching everything, bro. But look, he going into his second year. He got injured last year in camp, and that kind of off track. Or maybe he puts it together this year. I don't know. Maybe it's Bub Mean season. Maybe Bub Mean don't make the roster. Don't know. Remember when A.T. Perry was the A.T. Perry season, baby?
He started Broncos training camp on PUP. Oh, that's something I put in our Discord of like who are the players who are going to start the season, like who are start training camp on PUP.
Taysom watch.
Taysom for sure is going to be on PUP. Is there any other players that might be like a surprise PUP player?
Salverde or whatever. Salverde.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mine for training camp, I'm just watching secondary, bro. Watching the secondary, bro.
Who getting torched? Where Latte at?
The opposite, bro. Like, I want to see some PBUs. I want to see some. I don't like, even if like catches are being made? Can they be like contested? Like can the DBs be in the vicinity? Someone who I think is going to have a big impact this season, and obviously he's working back from injury, is Quincy Riley. So I don't maybe expect him to be involved like in the first training camp on Wednesday, but definitely in the mix. Someone I'm looking out for. Our dude Josh, shout out. I still need to watch Raw tonight. People gonna overanalyze every quarterback clip. That's just the nature of training camp.
Nature of training camp, man.
Nature of just football. It don't be training camp, mini camp, OTAs. It don't matter what it is. Don't matter what it is. I was doing it last, like when Carr was like under throwing Olave on balls, bro. I was 100% guilty of it last season. So,
bro, everybody that gave up on poor Devin Neal just one little him getting off the little medicine ball, bro. Like everybody just done with him. Like I don't get this bum off the team. Get this SOB off the team.
But yeah, I mean that's a good one too. I mean, it should be Kendre Miller, but like who's gonna be RB2?
Speaking of pup, like Kendrick, what if Kendrick just started off on pup like
nigga? Oh my god, bro, Wolf, bro, you if he is on the pup, nigga, I will have a meltdown Wednesday night, nigga. I will have a meltdown, Wolf.
Like, nigga, how are you on
meltdown. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else, but I think that's pretty much it. People like the whole Shough thing had people like it really isn't that serious.
At the end of the day, it wasn't like guaranteed versus non-guaranteed. It was like 80% guaranteed versus 90% guaranteed, or 90% versus 100%. It's like most of the contract is going to be guaranteed.
Yeah, so and about shit, it was really like once like that Mason. So I had heard once the Burton deal got done and the Mason Taylor deal got done, and I think Mason Taylor's deal was like, I don't know off the top of my head, but it was like over 90% of his was guaranteed. It really for Shough was like it was like 90% of it was going to be guaranteed, or like 100 of it was going to be guaranteed. And at that point, I think, like, as I reported when we did the Derek Carr Mercy podcast, like, since Mickey wants him to be starting week 1, at that point you just set the precedent. Like, you say, okay, here it is, fully guaranteed.
I just can't wait to get answers, bro. I just want answers. Who starts? Who's gonna win the competition? Is it a competition? I just can't wait to find out, bro. Because it's like Rattler, it's almost like I don't think he has any shot. Like he got to just go out there and he got to look spectacular.
Spectacular, bro.
Like spectacular to even have a chance, I think.
To have a chance, yes. Truly.
And it's unfortunate, like it's like unfair, but I mean, it's just it's the game is the game, like, you know.
But I think he knows that.
Hell yeah, he knows it. It's not the first time he'd been through it, you know. Like he knows what's up.
It would be the most insane thing if like not saying that this was happening, but like if he went to like a team and just had like a Malik Willis type of like arc to his career, bro.
It would be interesting, huh?
I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we will be back later this week recapping Saints training camp as it gets underway. Football's back.
It's back, baby.
Back. We are back. We appreciate y'all joining us. We got 32 concurrent viewers right now, over 100 views. We appreciate y'all tapping in late this evening and joining us. We'll be back later this week, tapping into some Saints training camp action. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Like, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you're following us on all social media. Wednesday night, Thursday night. We don't know. We'll be back, but we'll be back talking Saints training camp and recapping it all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.